All right, what is going on, guys? Today we have our finals commander match here at Western New York Gaming. I am Brandon. I'm sitting here with our friend
Seth Brown.
Seth, and we're going to get started here in a few minutes. Just a recap with our commander games today. We have all four players, two different pods. So we got our top seed pod here at our feature match, and just at a table down we also have our second seed pod. How it'll work is the winner of each pod will advance to our final championship game, and then the player with the most points from each pod will also advance. So we're going to be getting started here in a few minutes, and we'll be running through some stuff. Commanders today. We will start with, up in the top left, we have Logan. He will be playing Marath, Will of the Wild. So all right, Marath. Got red, green, white. When it enters the battlefield with a number of 1/1 counters on and equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. You can pay X to remove the 1/1 counters, and then you choose one. Put X counters on target creature. On target creature, X cannot be 0. Marath deals X damage to a creature or player. Or last option is to put a X green elemental creature token onto the battlefield. Next, in the top right, we have Brian playing the commander of Chromat. So he'll be playing a 5-color deck, so we'll see how that works out for him. You got white and a black to destroy target creature blocking or blocked by Chromat. Blue and a red, and Chromat gains flying. Black and green regenerate Chromat. Red and white, Chromat gets 1/1 until end of turn. And blue and green put Chromat on top of its owner's library as a 5/5 creature, and that is what we have up in the top right for Brian. Mitch Madden is playing Angus McKenzie. Is a green, white, and blue creature. He's a 2/2 human cleric with the ability to pay green, white, and blue and tap him to prevent all damage that will be dealt this turn. Now, I know for me, not exactly a fan of preventing damage. Just delays the game. Kind of an annoyance, but if it wins you games.
But Bant, they got good cards. Blue, powerful. White's pretty powerful.
You could get some big creatures, too, with the green. Yeah. We'll see what he's got in that deck. I don't know. What do we got for last?
Which is Adam Tabor with, is that
Rise?
Rise the Redeemed. It's a legendary creature, elf warrior. 2 green or white. Tap, put a 1/1 green and white elf warrior creature token into play. Or 4 and 2 green or 2 white or a green and a white. Tap, for each creature token you control, put a token into play that's a copy of that creature. And it's a 1/1. And I think they're going to be starting here in a second.
So we're going to be seeing some elves. We got the Bant deck going.
Personally, I'm very interested in the 5-colored.
Yeah, I want to see how that works out for him. I know Brian was talking about it earlier, testing through, getting some mana fixes going, but we'll see how it works out for him. It's always a surprise to see all colors. You never know what he could have. And in just a minute, we're going to be starting.
Yeah, is Mitch going first, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So our bottom left player, Mitch, who is our first seed, will be starting us off today. And we'll be ready to go. Here we go. First draw. What do we got?
And Perry Stream.
We got the stream tapped. Oh, already got to play.
Skull Clamp.
Nice. How all these commander games, always starting out mana ramping. That's what you're always looking for.
A little bit of a hideaway.
It's true.
Logan's deck is incorrectly fixed.
Oh.
Go ahead, keep commentating. Don't let me stop you.
It looks like Adam played his commander.
We got the commander. Turn 1, of course. Still going around the circle. Here we go.
Stomping Ground tapped. Already got 2 of his colors for his commander.
Yep.
Plains. Is that an intangible virtue?
I believe so.
It gives his tokens what, +1, or is it +2, I think?
I believe it is +2. I believe you're right with that one. We have a quick... Actually, we're all set still. Alright, so...
I think it's...
I think Mitch is up.
Yeah.
Wondering what he's going to do.
Looks like he's going to miss a land drop.
That's always rough for a commander game.
Yep. Especially in the early rounds when you need to get ahead of everyone.
Yeah, not only if you... Well, he's playing 3 colors, he's got...
Yeah. Hinterland Harbor.
Yeah, he's got all 3 colors. I believe that is... Huh.
Yeah, I barely can read that.
Yeah. You got the...
What the hell is that? I have no clue what that is.
So Logan's up.
Yep.
Logan will
Yeah, he played the Cinder Glade.
be able...
He's tapping 3.
What is he grabbing? Now that is...
Jeez. They're so fuzzy.
Yep.
Well, he's getting all his colors there.
Yep, we're almost there. He's got... What do we got? We got 4 colors?
Yeah, he's got green, red, white, and black. He's missing blue.
Just missing the blue. He's going to get... I want to say I see one in his hand.
Played a Reliquary Tower. Oh,
I was just talking about that the other day.
there's a something grip. Crows, something. I can't remember. I remember the art. I
Yeah.
think that's where you search for.
Yeah, he's searching. So
Yeah.
is that for the
Getting
land?
forest,
Yep.
yeah.
Grabbing a forest.
And the plains.
No, I was just saying the always good if you're playing commander. Try to throw a reliquary tower in there. Always to be safe. You never know what's going to happen. Who's going to make you draw cards? How many you're going to have in your hand? So,
Especially in Commander when you get a lot of those cards where everyone draws and blue is very popular.
yep, and you'll be drawn for days. Those team hug decks. You don't see them often, but if they come around, you better be prepared to draw half your deck.
Oh, he played a Sylvan Library. That's what that was.
There it is. Should recognize that. What do we got? Can't quite see what's in the hand, but we'll see what he will take.
Well, not taking
No
any.
reorder. So he will take the top card and just another land.
Yeah, that's that Seaside Citadel, I think.
Okay.
That's a Bant land.
Right. It's a very good deck for. He's got each color, but I mean it doesn't hurt to be able to have one land to give you all of them. Alright, so Logan is casting his commander, which is which one was that? It's the
Maroth of the Wild.
yeah, the counters.
Will of the Wild.
So he's putting a counter each of his creatures, and will attack.
No, I think he's tapping to double.
Oh,
no.
put more,
Oh, he's removing a counter, making a
making that what is it? The elemental.
yeah.
A 1/1 elemental.
Does it enter with the counter as well? Oh, he's
And
attacking
he will
Mitch.
be attacking Mitch for, I believe that is 3 life, which will put him down to 37. So, Logan, able to make first contact, has a good board presence to start.
Yeah, very good for early game.
Yeah.
He's got that skull clamp going if he ever needs to,
Exactly.
you know, draw a card, boost a little bit.
We still don't see any blue for our Chromat player, Brian.
He
But-
really hasn't done much at all this game, but just slam a land and pass the turn.
Yeah, which, I mean, with 5 colors, I feel like that's most of your time.
Parallel lives. He's gonna start making some tokens here.
Exactly. So we got our typical green-white token deck. Always good to see. Saw it in standard.
Mitch is
This
searching
past
for
season.
something.
What's he got? Is that the,
They got a hallowed fountain.
Yep.
Looks like he's still looking for something else. Or maybe. Yep.
Still searching. Is that a Canopy Vista?
Yep.
Yep. A lot of those dual lanes coming out. Like we said, Commander, always important to mana wrap.
Yep.
Get as much mana as you can out there, because you never know when someone can just wipe the board clean and you have to restart fresh.
Or start getting a little combo going where, you know, they're blinking stuff on tapping stuff.
Exactly. We got the cut after the search, and Mitch will
is
begin his
tapping
turn.
and taking his turn. Doing his Sylvan Library.
Yep. See what order.
He has him off
Left
camera
him-
view.
Left them last time, but we'll see if that bottom one will flip up, which it looks like it does. So maybe we'll be seeing that one coming in. Still deciding. I think that was an island.
He's rearranging it some more.
Yep.
Not keeping any in his hand. Couldn't see what he drew.
No.
Wonder when Mitch is going to start playing stuff. He hasn't really done much this game.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, he's got all his colors. He's got enough to cast his commander. But I guess we'll see if he's got any plays or if he's just going to hold. Just thinking this one through.
Yeah, Mitch is the type of player that takes his time and thinks a lot before he just starts slamming things on the table.
And that's what puts you to number 1.
Yep.
I mean,
thinking ahead of everyone else. Like, if I play this, what could happen to me? You know, thinking a couple turns ahead instead of right there and right now, you know?
And it's easy to overreact when you see a big board presence, but...
What did he just play?
I'm not familiar with that card, but he is searching. Let's see what he can pick up. Saw a planar outburst in there, so still looking. That is
I'm not sure. It's a little fuzzy. I really can't read it. I'm not too familiar with older cards.
no. I have not seen that before.
Looks like some of the other players haven't really seen it before either.
Yeah, they're all taking a look at it.
And he casted it.
Yep. So once we get an idea.
Mish seems to be shuffling his deck every turn. He gets a good look with that library every upkeep.
Yeah, so, and definitely since last turn he saw the 3, took the top one, and then the other turn before that saw the 3 and took the bottom one up. It's good that he didn't want the top 2, so he can shuffle through.
Yep.
Figure out.
I'm wondering when he's going to start getting a little greedy and start keeping some of the cards in his hand and taking damage.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you never know. He doesn't seem like a greedy guy, though. So,
Yeah, he seems very cautious about all his plays.
yeah, I think he knows what he's doing.
Let's see what Logan's up to here. Hasn't had his 4th land drop at all. Another older card that I'm not too familiar with the art. Oh, and he is going to remove a counter. Make another elemental, it looks
Yep.
like.
Trigger for another elemental.
Oh, looks like Brian's casting something. Oh, what is that, a Crozen's Grip?
I believe so.
Destroying the creature he just
Yep.
casted.
So whatever it was.
Or
they
that
didn't
might
like
not have
it.
been a creature. Was that an enchantment? I think it was. Right?
Could have been. All right.
Logan's
and we're going
taking.
for-
Yep, going right at Mitch. Mitch is going down to 33.
Yeah. Logan, keep hitting Mitch every single time.
Yep, targeting him.
Our-
Number 1 seed.
I mean, that's a way to do it, but we'll see.
But I would be a little. Oh, he's got his 5 colors.
There's the blue. And
Personally, I would be a little bit worried about Adam down there with his token generation, with
That's
his
true.
parallel lives and, you know, his boost for his tokens.
now Brian this round just passed the turn. He
Yeah.
has all his colors, but maybe he's sitting on some higher cost cards. We'll see.
Is that a
Knows-
gate?
What do we got there?
It's just a green-white land that
Just
comes into play
green-white land.
tapped.
See if we got anything here for Adam.
Nope,
Nothing.
passing
Just
the
passes.
turn to Mitch. Mitch is going to do his Sylvan Library stuff. Yet again, keeping the cards out of the view of the camera so we can't see what he's got going on
Yeah,
there.
that's true. Now, not too bad of a play for Adam. He's got Rise out, so, you know, on end step he can always make more elves, do what he needs to do. Try to use his mana efficiently. What do we got here?
What just happened?
So I believe that card that he picked up, that Mitch picked up at upkeep.
Looks like it destroyed all the creatures.
Destroyed all creatures. Is it that upkeep or he just had a choice to sacrifice
Well, he
it?
still has his
Yeah, so
Sylvan
it's
Library, so he's still
just
in his
creatures.
upkeep.
We still got
He's
all
still got the enchantments going.
on the field.
And artifacts,
Yep.
equipment, and everything.
And after that, Mitch will take his turn.
Very, very slow start to the game. And he plays the Sun Titan.
That's a card. That is...
Taking back a land.
Yep.
Putting it back into play. And it looks like he's passing turn to Logan, who still hasn't got his 4th land drop of the game. Looks like he drew a Boros Charm.
That'll help him. But he's just going to go for...
He's going to go look for some land to get, into play here. One in his hand, one in the battlefield.
Definitely tough when you're behind.
Yeah, you don't want to get too far behind. But, also, if you get far behind, people tend to forget about you.
That's true.
And then you can sneak right back into the game.
You can see that right with our 5-color player, Brian.
Yeah, no one's even touched him.
Yep.
And, Mitch just slammed the Sun Titan down. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
6/6 Vigilance, and every time it attacks, gets another permanent with converted mana cost. 3 or less, I believe?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. Double check that one.
Oh, you got to put a mountain in his hand, it looks like, and put the forest into play tapped. And it looks like Brian's taking his turn here. I'm very curious to see how he's going to start going off here. He's just playing land and passing.
And we got 5 lands now, so that's enough to cast...
He's got 6. He's got his hideaway land.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah, so he's casting his commander.
So that is Chromat, once again, can destroy blocking creatures, can regenerate itself, add 1/1 counters, gain flying. Basically, just respond to whatever you need it to do. And our other guys, unfamiliar with the card, are looking at it.
What is Chromat's power and toughness? Is it a 4/4?
I believe it's a 5/5.
5/5?
So, not something to ignore. If you can give it flying and it just coast over,
yeah,
that's some tough commander damage.
It could also be, hey, attack Sun Titan blocks, blow up Sun Titan if he needs be.
That's true. You can give it a 1/1 counter and...
Yeah, or, trade off or make it bigger.
Make it, destroy blocking creature.
It's
a very versatile card. That's what you expect out of 5 colors.
Adam played his command tower.
Also a good card to pick up if you're ever playing Commander.
Yeah.
Try to pick up one of those.
And, unsure what that is. It looks like almost everyone else is.
Looks like it's got kicker. Not exactly sure what, though.
It's probably a token generator, with my guess.
This looks like that type of deck, so...
Yep.
That is...
What exactly is he doing here?
Oh, it's makes some core allies.
Now all his tokens also get doubled by parallel lives.
Right.
So let's see. He almost missed that one. Mitch slid that in there.
I think it's just warriors. It's just 1/1 creatures. He's just using the core ally tokens because that's what he's got.
Yeah. So what are they? 3/3s? Or are they 4/4s? I can't tell if they come in as 1/1s or 2/2s, and then the intangible virtue.
Let's see here.
Looks like he's got 6 of them.
So he kicked it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like he kicked it for 5.
12. He's got 12 tokens.
That's, yeah.
I'm still curious to why he has a core, 2 token cards there with,
Yeah, the one behind it. I'm not...
What is he doing now?
Is that,
It's doing something with his tokens. As he's pointing at him. Let's see what's going on here. He's probably, looks like he gained life, so
Yep.
he's at 60, I believe.
That
64?
looks like
64?
So gaining life for each token he has. Thrown it up to 64. That'll keep him safe from that Sun Titan.
Yeah, but now he's probably the main target of everyone with all those tokens, and
People will start taking free shots at him with the high life total.
Yep. 64 with a lot of those tokens, definitely a target.
Yeah, exactly. It's always a tough thing to deal with.
Looks like Mitch is looking at his library here. Looks like he decided what he's gonna do. Maybe gonna take a look at his hand here and see what would probably be the best draw for him at this point in time.
Library, great card. I mean,
it's really good when you
look at top 3.
Yeah, and then if you need 2 cards in there you really need at that moment, you can take the life hit
exactly
and draw it.
And if you don't like what you see, there's usually some way to shuffle your library in Commander. There's always some time. So you can redo it, reshuffle the library, try again. So, but he's got that Sun Titan out there.
Definitely a big threat.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have too much to get back from his graveyard at this point in time, but
he does have that one creature, I believe that is.
Yeah,
is it a creature or an enchantment?
I don't know. I don't really see a power or toughness down there.
I'm not familiar with it, but
I mean, I can go check real quick.
Yeah, it's up to you. But if he can get that back, and if it just resets the board every time, that's going to be tough for our token player, Adam.
Yeah, he's getting it back.
Yep.
I think it's an enchantment because he's not putting it up there with his creatures.
True.
He's keeping it down there by the library.
Yep.
I think our buddy here should be at 34 instead of 36. It's not changing. Why isn't it changing? Not too sure why that's not changing here. I'm gonna try to figure that out.
We'll go check that out for you guys.
And I'm also gonna question his life total because
also good. Yeah.
Does he have a 16 and a 17 there?
I believe it's a 20 and a 16.
Yeah, but
20
that's
14.
All right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna check
Yeah, you go ahead and double check that. I'll keep rolling with this. So we got Logan. Not playing his commander again. And now we got Brian, our 5-color player. Thinking about playing that red-blue tap land, but maybe he's got something better. Comes into play. That doesn't come into play tapped. So he's going to play it. Bringing back the planes. And he's just going to pass the turn after that.
Let's see. Is it this one?
No.
Top left should be at 34, and so should bottom left.
Bottom left should be 34. You gained a life.
Yep.
No, I think he's still.
No, because those are the ones that are flat, are the ones facing us.
Yep, that's why. Top left. Sorry about the technical difficulties, folks. We're getting that squared away, and I believe that should be good to go.
Yeah, I'll start resetting the life totals back to where they should be, and we'll continue with Adam. I believe that.
Wish it was a little bit clearer so I could tell what these.
Yeah, if we could zoom in, or if it was a little clearer, we could tell you what's up, but not familiar. Once again, our guy's checking it out as well.
He's swinging the token. Oh, no.
He's thinking about it.
Oh, at
Who's
Mitch.
he going for? Mitch. That Sun Titan is a threat, but
I wonder what was going on. Still attacking Mitch here.
Yep. So he does decide to attack Mitch.
Looks like Mitch is wondering why.
And we'll see.
Look like Mitch is unfavored in this match.
Yep.
Looks like he's going to block one with the Sun Titan.
I mean,
Still conversing.
Yep.
And
He will take 11.
He's down to 1. Mitch is down to 1.
So Mitch, our top player.
Yep. Getting targeted. That's
Yeah.
what Boros charming.
We got a Boros Charm. Is that going to finish him off?
Taking back the play.
And
Or what exactly? Yep, taking back the play. Not very. Mitch is searching, it looks like.
Yep. So he's grabbing lands.
I mean, the Boros charm was on the board. I mean,
Yeah.
Dash probably should have stuck. Looks like our buddy Brian has a nickel bolus in his hand, from what I think I just saw, which that could be very useful.
Yeah. One of the cards you kind of expect out of once you play a 5-color deck.
Yep. Yeah, that is a nickel bolus.
Yeah.
Very, very powerful card.
And Mitch will, I believe, take his turn. And again, that enchantment going back.
Blowing up
to
every
blow-
creature.
Yeah, to board clear.
Oh, he's Boros charming.
So now the Boros Charm comes in. I'm going to assume targeting Mitch.
Mitch also didn't lose the Sun Titan. Is he target? Oh, Mitch is out of the game.
And there goes Mitch with that Boros Charm, dealing damage to him. Will take him out of the game. So we are left with...
Logan, Brian, and Adam.
So we got the 5-color deck. We have our counters deck. And then we have our token deck. Still working up in the game.
To be honest, if I was Mitch, I would probably be pretty salty about the scenario of getting targeted like that.
Yeah.
Because you got a player with 64 life, and I mean, you are 1 life. I mean, I probably would take you out as well, just out of principle, 1 less player to deal with. But 64 and generating tokens like that is definitely a huge, huge threat.
Yeah, and it's real tough. I mean,
He's
So-
getting attacked here.
yeah, Logan will play his commander, which enters with an amount of counters for the price that you pay to cast him, and he's going to take out.
Looks like
He's going to aim at
5.
Adam. So
They're taking him to 59.
yeah, Adam will be down to 59. Mitch is going to be our scribe for the rest of the game with our points. And
Replaying his commander
yeah,
here.
Brian's just going to replay Chromat and pass the turn. We will go over the points.
No, our Adam Tabor was actually the 10th seed. We had a couple no-shows. 8th and 9th didn't show up, so he actually got in. And it looks like it's working out very well for him, actually.
It's looking like a good game for him to start. I mean, he was the one that dealt the most damage to Mitch in the beginning, trying to take him out right away. So props to him. Tough day for Mitch, but
Recasting his
going.
commander here.
Commander's coming back out. We'll see what he does with it.
Hasn't really done much with it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got, 2 cards in his hand? I mean, if he doesn't get a draw engine here in a second, he's going to be top decking, and that's not a good mode to be in Commander at all.
Then again, it's not terrible, though, because if he has his commander, he can just make tokens as many as he wants.
Yes, he could.
But we'll see what he's got.
Looks like another spell or an
Enchantment?
enchantment. I guess it would have to,
Yeah.
be a buff of some sort or a generator. Or a doubler,
I'm sure. anything to get more tokens out. Seems like the aim of this deck.
Yep. Looks like Logan here is a very, with slow land start, seems to be putting off a threat here at the current moment.
He's doing a good job with what he can do. Did attack Adam, and will
Kill.
Remove a counter to deal 1 damage to Adam's commander Rise, Rise, and then he will also make an elemental, just for safety's sake, probably.
I mean, our 5-color player Brian up there has been under the radar the whole game, and I think that is going to give him a huge advantage.
Yeah, he's just letting these 2 decks go.
He skull clamped his elemental to draw a card. Two cards.
Wise move.
Is it draw 2 cards? I thought it was draw 1 card. Maybe that enchantment has something to do with a token dying or drawing a card, or whenever a creature you control dies, draw a card.
Yep.
I'm very sure here that Brian is going to slam a huge threat on the board, and then it's all going to change. He's just going to be the target.
Yep, and Logan's going to bring back that elemental.
Looks like I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to equip it and kill it again to, draw some more cards. Maybe leave it for, safety.
Yep.
To be able to block.
I believe he's got 7 in the hand, so.
Yeah, he's attacking.
He's going to go for Adam again. Adam will be at 7.
Adam's going to be at 56.
And he is at 7 commander damage. So at this point, the 56, always a thing to look out for, but if Logan's dealing damage with his commander, there's always a chance.
Yep, 20 damage, and that would put Mr. Tabor out of the game.
And now we're going to go to Brian with his 5 colors. We'll see what he has got.
Very interested. He hasn't played much at all this game.
I mean, it's probably good to keep some mana up. What do we got there? It's a creature. Not exactly sure which one.
Yeah, with these double-sleeved cards and, the glare sometimes makes it a little hard to read, too. Like, I can't see his graveyard at all.
Exactly.
Or what his hideaway land is, because I know what that is from seeing it before, but there's a bad glare in there. I can't see it now.
No.
He got attacked now. It looks like he is at...
that would be 50? I believe he's at 50. He took 6 from Chromat. So he'll be at 50 and 6 commander damage from Chromat. So we got the double commander damage going. Remember, commander damage does not stack. For those of you who aren't as familiar with commander, each commander, when it deals 20 damage, will take out the player. So we got Adam, who's kind of been the target after taking out Mitch on the play.
Personally, if I was going to predict who's going to win this game, I would probably predict Brian right now, to be honest with you. Just with the, laying under the radar, having all these threats in his hand that no one's seen yet. Yeah. He's played, his commander in 1 card.
Yeah, I'm going to say I like Brian as well.
I'm sure with 5-color deck, he probably has some sort of combo going in there.
Exactly. The only thing is... I would say Adam is still pretty scary. He's got a lot of ways to create tokens, but he's only got 1 card in hand, so
Yes.
That's real tough without being able to draw many cards. So he's just sitting on that one draw or that one card. Huh. So we got Logan going in. We'll see what he's got. Still low on the lands. It's got to be tough for him. He's been doing all right though. And we'll see what he plans to do with his planeswalker, or excuse me, his commander.
Yeah, I'm trying to look and see what Brian's got all up in there, his weapons in his hand.
Yeah,
looks like an Iona. I mean, not an Iona, an Avacyn.
Avacyn?
Yep, I think that's what he has in his hand
Yep.
here. Which, if he plays that's going to be very good for him.
And that'll be tough to deal with. What do we got here?
An Oblivion Ring.
Yep. Targeting, I believe, Chromat. There it is. Now, Chromat, we'll see. Oh, what do we got here? We got the Hideaway, which was...
Looks like it's destroying his Oblivion Ring.
So they will... So it's just going to flash back his commander. The Oblivion Ring will remain on the field.
Yeah, is it destroying his commander in response to the Oblivion Ring?
I believe that's what it was. So Chromat will go back to the commander zone, costing 2 more, but Brian has got the land for that already. Really like to see that Nicol Bolas come out.
Yeah.
Really a fun card to play.
He's also got a Butcher of the Horde, it looks like.
That is a great hand.
Is that what that is? Or is that...
I believe you're right with the Butcher.
Not too sure by the art. But I definitely know that's Nicol Bolas and an Avacyn.
Yeah, and those are 2 great cards. So, looks like Logan is going to remove those 2 counters to destroy the creature that Brian had out to deal 2 damage to it. An interesting commander comes in with all those counters that you pay for it, and you can just kind of sack it yourself to deal damage to take out creatures or make other things. So, very versatile commander.
Yeah, maybe before the next pod, too, we'll try to do something about the glare for the top right player.
Yeah, exactly.
That could be kind of annoying. It's kind of, you can't see what he's got going on there. You see, I can't see what that is because of the glare, really.
We'll work on that for the next game. He's going to attack Adam.
Adam here.
Once again, seems to be...
Oh, Adam was at 46.
Sorry about that. And I believe he's at 44? No. And there's the Avacyn. What a card.
I can't tell what that is. Is that a 4? Is that a 1? I think he's at 41. That's my guess.
We will...
Avacyn is great here.
Yeah.
All the stuff's indestructible now. Looks like... I mean, Brian was... All the stuff's indestructible, not Adam. Looks like Adam has a land here. I think he's thinking if he should play the 1 card in his hand here, go all out, or kind of hold back for a minute. Oh, I think he's going to play it and see what he's doing here.
See what he's got.
5 mana so far, tap.
Could just cast the commander. Yep. Looks like the idea. Once again, the commander has not done much.
No.
And we'll get Adam to move his life counters in so we can make sure we have exactly the right.
Yeah, I could do that right now if you would like. I mean, it's kind of...
I just sent a text to
all right, okay.
He's going for it right now. So he's going to move those in for us so we can double check. There we go. He's at 41. You were right.
All right. Okay, looks like it's Logan's turn right now?
Yep, so Logan is up. We will see.
Very interested to see what he's got. A handful of cards, but I'm assuming not enough mana to play those cards.
Yeah, and he can't cast his commander again, so we'll see what alternative. Is that a... Not familiar with that card either.
Is that like I'm not too sure. Mana... No, it's not Mana Crypt.
No, it's not a Mana Crypt. It's
that one. I've seen the art before.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see.
See what we got. Oh, there's another land.
Yep.
So
Avacyn's
already
huge.
got the
Flying, he can fly over anyone right now.
Yep, and I mean,
it's an 8/8 too.
Exactly.
So that's 8 damage to the face.
And Logan's only got an elemental and some enchantments, and he's
attacking
go
with
for
both,
Adam.
I think, right?
Yep, he's gonna attack with both. Avacyn with vigilance, which will take Adam down.
Oh,
and there's the Nicobolus. So, for those who are not familiar,
then he got a Divine and Top off whatever that enchantment was.
Yep.
So that's and a Divine and Top from Eternal Masters, I believe. That's read by that enchantment that you can't see because of the glare.
Yep. Nicobolus, we'll just read it through. His +3 will destroy target non-creature permanent. So very good with all these
I'm wondering,
enchantments out.
Adam hasn't moved his life total at all, which is kind of surprising to me because I think he attacked him.
Yeah, I believe he did take damage, unless there was... You know what he did? He sacrificed... the enchant. I believe he sacrificed that enchantment that
I think it got targeted by the bolus. I think that's what blew it up. Not too sure what exactly happened
Why
there.
he did not take the damage.
Yes.
Nicobolus also has a -2 to gain control of target creature. I don't know how that will affect the game.
Well, he's playing his commander again, so...
Yep. And then Nicobolus -7.
Very, very good board state for him right now.
Yeah.
Because, Adam's pretty much in top deck mode at the moment.
Exactly.
And I think he actually is.
Yeah,
I think he did play
I believe he is top decking. Logan's got a good setup.
He is taking the damage here. Let's see what...
There it is. So let's see what we're at. Should be 28.
28 from 40.
That is a tough hit to take. And now Logan will begin his turn and draws a forest.
Oh, rough.
That's a real tough play. Now, he does have his commander out, so he can make lockers for anything on the ground, but it looks like...
Avacyn is just a huge threat, and then, he can make his commander flying too.
Exactly.
So, that's just,
And I believe that other creature does have flying. I believe that's what the text does say.
Yes.
So, Brian, really looking good for this game.
Yeah, I've watched Brian play his commander deck before. He does have one combo in there. It's where you play Brago and Ariella, I think, that red-white
Aurelia,
angel
the war leader.
Yeah, that gives you... Well, Brago, blinks it out, and you get infinite combat because when she comes in, she thinks it's the first... combat
Every
of that
time.
term, so she just keeps making more and more, and Brago keeps blinking her, and
that's a way to do it. I mean, always fun to see infinite combos in Commander.
It looks like Adam's making some tokens here.
Yep, I'm gonna tap that for some green-white elf creatures. I believe they're just 1/1s.
A little too late, I think.
Yeah. I mean, this is really the first action we've seen out of his commander. And this is all on his turn. So
I mean, Nicobolus out there, that's very powerful.
that can take any enchantment out that it wants. It can...
Isn't it just destroy target permanent, I think? I think you can blow up lands as well.
Well, yeah, any non-creature permanent.
Any non-creature permanent, yeah. And then with all his stuff being indestructible, too, I mean... It's just huge.
And if there's anything that does come on the board that is a threat, Nicobolas can also take control of that
Yeah,
with a -2. So, a great card. So, I believe he's got 2 elves from the enchantment.
Yeah, Parallel Lives making another elf for him.
Yep, and it still is just a 1/1 elf. But maybe that'll help him hold on. It's going to be tough with all the flyers that Brian's got.
Him holding back, staying under the radar for all those turns, I think definitely helped Brian out.
Yep. I think him hitting the land drops, him sitting back and really taking his time. What do we got there? So another card to get some more tokens. These ones being 1/1 allies or warriors, whatever they may be this time around. So he has 8 of those. And we'll see, those are also just 1/1s. So, 10 tokens, 1/1s. Really, Adam just making things on a last-ditch effort.
I believe they're all technically 3/3s from the other enchantment, but their
right.
actual power and toughness is 1/1. So that is a pretty big, threat. Because, I mean, if he doesn't get wiped out by his next turn by Brian, I mean, I'm sure he's the target of everyone right now as well. Because I'm sure Logan knows that there's not much he can do to Brian, and I mean that's a lot of tokens to deal with. So
is that now that creature we were unfamiliar with earlier? I believe gains counters based on the amount of tokens. So now, So.
I mean, Brian could draw a board wipe
11,
here,
11.
blow everyone else's stuff up, and be still set,
Yep. That's the tough thing, though, is you need to find a board wipe, because with all these little, increasingly getting bigger creatures, can't just block all of them. So we'll see what Logan is up to, tapping 4. 5. And we've got... Is that a...
It's an enchantment.
So he's going to search his library. And we'll see what he gets from this enchantment. Is it an enchantment or an instant?
Maybe an instant. Looks like he's getting some land.
So he's getting more lands. Grab it up. Plains, a mountain,
and probably
a forest. Yep. So one
and
of
another plains. Well, that's definitely pretty good for him.
Yeah.
Jeez. 6 lands.
So I'm guessing it pulls out all his basics, or is it he pulls out lands equal to what he paid? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, or might pull out, give him
The amount of
basics
lands he
equal to the
has.
amount of lands he does control.
Yeah. So
looks like
I think that
Brian's
was
still keeping his chill over there, though.
Yeah, I
don't think
believe-
he's concerned.
that was a wise play for Logan, because at this rate, it
Adam's
looks
definitely the target.
yeah. At this
So-
rate, Adam is the target, and it looks like it will end up being Logan and Brian. So if Brian can get, or if Logan can get as many lands out, so he can play as many things,
Yeah, to keep up with Brian.
because Brian just looks like he has a ton of
Looks
big
like he topped.
creatures. He's gonna top.
Yeah, we put a red card on top. Not too sure
so
what it was.
We'll see what it is. Maybe it was that Aurelia. No,
Oh,
it's
Blasphemous
Solid Red.
Act. I think, right?
Yep, I believe you're right. The Blasphemous Act.
That's gonna deal like 13 damage to everything. I think it does. Oh, he's revealing. Put something in his graveyard.
So right, that is Blasphemous Act, and it will do 13 damage to each creature. Now, pretty interesting, all he had to pay was 1 red, because it costs 1 less for each creature on the battlefield, and with Adam, with all those tokens, really...
And all his stuff's indestructible, too,
Yep.
so...
13 damage for nothing.
Except
Not
he does
bad.
have 1 creature alive, so let's see if he can...
Yeah, I guess that's still... I believe what I'm looking at is it's a 2/4 with 11 counters. So... It is hanging on by a thread. But...
I don't think it's any of Brian's worries at the moment.
Yeah, I don't... I mean, with all the indestructible... still did nothing with...
I mean, you can also take control over it.
Yeah, I was going to say, still did nothing with Nicobolas yet.
And I think that's what he's doing.
He's going to take it.
And he's going to kill Adam, is my guess.
I believe that will be lethal damage.
Yeah, Adam does not look too happy right now.
So, Adam at 28.
And he's going
We
to
got
play
another
something
spell. What do we got? Six mana for...
That's what I thought was Butcher the Horde, but that's clearly not.
No.
When I thought it was in his hand. Let's see what's going on here this turn. 2 blue cards in his hand.
Could be draw spells, could be, I don't know, more board wipes. But at this point, doesn't look like he needs it.
Yeah, it looks like he's very set.
Now, he could just take out
I think
Adam here.
There's no reason
I feel
not
like that's
to
a
kill
wise
Adam.
decision.
But you don't know because Logan does have a hand full of cards.
Oh, he's targeting Logan, which, not a bad idea.
Yeah,
He will keep that creature now.
Adam is top decking.
Yeah, Adam's top decking. He controls that creature now, which I believe...
And another enchantment he just played.
Was that a...
I'm not sure, the glare there. So, our buddy Logan's down to 16.
And our friend Brian really just, from no board state to really controlling this game.
And what did Adam draw here? Well, not too heavy, not slamming anything.
No. So...
Looks like a land.
Yeah,
Plains.
I think it's just a plains. Oh, that's a rough...
Well, maybe he can just stay under the radar here to let Brian take out, Logan. Because Logan's definitely the bigger threat.
I think Brian's going to try to, if he can, take them both at the same time. So we are tapping.
Probably to play the commander.
Try to get a blocker out there or something. Yeah.
Only thing he can do.
So that's Adam's best play, and I believe
he shouldn't play that land. He should definitely keep it in his hand as like a, oh, what do I have in my hand type of deal,
Yep.
He doesn't want to make it known that he has nothing to play, and that's what he did.
Yeah, the bluff is always a good move to do. I mean, at this rate, he's playing green.
Not really much.
Could be a fog.
I mean, white, you can have some instant with the white,
Yeah, some removal. But I believe we just saw it was a plane, so...
Yeah, I think he was just leaving it up as a bluff, and
yeah.
Logan's looking like, I think I'm... Yeah. Oh, what is he doing?
And Brian untouched the whole game, still at 40.
Yep.
This is what happens when... If the focus goes on one person, it's tough.
Yeah, because someone could slide right in. Like I said it earlier, I thought Brian was going to sneak right on in there and slam some biggies and get the game, and that's definitely what he did, because the other players were too concerned with Mitch.
Yeah.
Because he was the top seed, and Mitch wasn't really doing anything. I mean, the Sun Titan was kind of a big deal at the time, but...
Yeah, the Sun Titan with that board wipe enchantment, whatever that was.
Yeah.
Really a tough thing.
Playing his commander.
So, this is going to come on with 7 counters, I believe. Yep. And remember, he can remove them to deal damage.
Yeah,
or
but
make elementals
all his stuff's indestructible.
and flying.
But, I mean, is it 7 damage to a creature, or is it 7 damage in general?
So, it's... You remove the counters to deal 7 damage to either a creature or player.
So he could kill Nicobolus.
He could. He could target Nicobolus, which...
Could be a smart move.
Yeah, I believe that would be...
Because he could just
a
take
smart
control of his
decision.
commander here. As soon as Brian gets his turn, you know.
No, I believe you can remove the counters at any point.
So it would be instant.
So you could do it as a response.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
What is that he's got there?
Yeah,
Is that that's a ley line? It looks like, I think.
Yeah. But both Logan and Adam not looking in the best shape.
Yeah, it looks like they're struggling to try to fend off Brian here.
He's got a big board state, and it's looking tough. He's going to remove a counter for an elemental, trying to get out some blockers.
Maybe it looks like he's deciding to skull clamp it. Maybe.
Oh, drawing more.
Oh, yeah. What did he just do with that?
So I believe
What is that?
that's another enchantment. So I believe he sacked his elemental with the other enchantment to
Or
make it
artifact.
cost less.
Maybe.
Or with that artifact to make it cost less. And I think he's going to repeat. So this enchantment. I'm not familiar with that card.
I don't know if Brian should even really be scared at this point, because everything he could easily just take Logan out with his flyers. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any. You're right. There's no real threat. He's only at 16. I remember his commander Chromat can just gain flying by paying. So,
and I think that creature he just played, that's at the bottom with the 1 counter on it, does have flying as well.
yeah, I want to say flying lifelink, maybe. I'm not exactly
Or
sure.
maybe it's, I mean, not too sure either. Maybe like trample.
I mean, at this point, does it really matter? It's
Not if it
it's-
has flying, it's going over everything. And
I believe it'll take out. I believe Brian's best decision is to take out
Logan.
Now Logan does have all those counters he can remove. Let's just look up his commander one more time. Looking at Mareth, Will of the Wild. So, I was mistaken. He will not be able to use those counters anymore because he needs to pay to remove them. So, we'll see what Brian's up to here.
Looks like it's the start of his turn.
Yep, he used his top. And we will see what he will do at his untap step, and he could finish it right here. And really the only threat is Logan at this point. And I believe there is lethal damage in the air to Logan. Because our other player, Adam, is still top decking.
Yep.
So.
And has nothing but a planes in his hand.
We'll see what's up. He's tapping. And
Looks like Brian is talking to the judge, having a question about card interaction. It looks like between what he's playing and the enchantment he already has out.
Yep. So I believe he got that resolved. Topping again. We'll draw.
Is that a disc?
Signet, or is it a disc?
I think it's the disc.
Yeah, that's the disc.
So he can blow up everything that... Obviously nothing of his would be destroyed because it's all indestructible.
Still indestructible.
So it would be blowing up everyone else's
Yep.
stuff. And
he's getting more counters. Man.
yeah. Looks like someone's dead here.
Yep. Nicobolus minus. Yep.
Yeah, you might as
Gonna
well
take the commander of Adam. So Adam, no blockers, but I think it's all being sent to Logan, and Adam really has no play afterwards.
Looks like he's gonna divvy it up. I think he's gonna
Try to take them both.
Yeah.
If you can do it, always a good decision. And yeah, both. That's 8. 6. That's at least 16 damage. And the rest going to Adam. I believe that is lethal, and that could be game 1. Oh.
He's down to 3.
Adam does have 3 life. Now,
And he did knock out Logan.
Brian did take out Logan.
This game.
Oh,
No?
wait, we had...
So this isn't over yet.
No, I believe this is still before damage. Yep, so Logan is out. Brian was...
Yeah, Adam's also out as well.
And they are exchanging
Cards.
cards back.
Looks like Brian
And
won
Brian
this one.
will take game 1 for the first pod.
Yeah, so he's going to be the top seed of our next pod.
Yep, and we will go over... you want to go over these? So our second, like we mentioned at the beginning, our second person to advance will be the person with the most points other than the first seed. So we're giving points to...
Adam does have points from taking out Mitch. So
that is true. So I believe that it will be...
At least Brian
There's
and
a
Adam
good
in the
chance it
next
will be
pod.
Adam. So they're going to go over exactly who is going through. But we'll just go over. So if you eliminate a player before their 5th turn, you get minus 4 points, which that didn't happen here. I believe it was real close for Mitch, but I believe that was definitely not the 5th turn. Play a soul ring and stuff too early. That'll be minus 3. But the stuff we're looking for, kill a player with your commander. That did not happen this game. Most commander casts in a game, I believe, would go to Logan.
Or Adam.
No, I believe that goes to Adam. You're correct. Destroy 2+ planeswalkers. Really didn't see any, so that's not an issue. Destroy 10+ creatures at one time. That'll go to Brian, but that does not matter because he's already moving on. To control 5 or more non-land legendary permanents. There were a lot of enchantments. But I mean
Brian
none of them
might have-
legendary. That could be Brian as well with the Avacyn's, with the Avacyn and everything. Control 10+ creature tokens at one time, easily going to Adam with his 12 during that first swing against Mitch. Survive being attacked for lethal damage 3+ times. I don't believe that happened at all. Control the creature with the highest power throughout the game.
Not sure.
That could go to Brian once again. Eliminate a player or be directly responsible for a player's elimination.
So Adam got a point for that, and then Brian got 2 points for that. I think.
Exactly. So, prevent another player from being eliminated from the game. That did not happen today. End the game or be eliminated having searched your library for no cards beside a basic land. That could go to Logan. I don't believe he searched for anything other than those lands at the beginning. But we will see what that ends up being. Finish the game without being eliminated. Obviously, goes to Brian. Next in line, have the lowest life total when another player is eliminated without the game ending. I don't think that happened either. And obviously,
Mitch got
the last
I've seen
one.
this movie.
I've seen this movie. Being eliminated first, Mitch will get that point. But as it looks, I believe, even though Brian will have the most points, I believe next would be Logan. They're trying to figure it out. As we look at the X's on the play, it looks like Logan and Adam both have 2 X's, gaining 1 point each. But we'll see once they finish up. It looks like Adam will be the second person in the pod. And we'll double check as we look down. Adam with 3 points. Brian obviously with, I believe that's 6 points. 4, 5, 6. Yep. And Logan with only 2. But it also looks like Mitch did come out with 2 points. So we got Mitch with 2, Logan with 2, Brian with 8 or 6, and Adam with 3, which means Adam will be going on to the pod as well. So we will be seeing more tokens from him, and obviously more 5 colors from Brian during the next feature match.
Yep, so it looks like we're going to go on a little standby right now while we get the next, players for the pod, and we get the next, find out who's the winner of this.
Exactly. We'll finish up the other pod that's going on, and we will also be back shortly to see our championship with the final 2 players of each pod. So, join us back in a few minutes. It should not be too long, and we'll be back with some more Commander content. Thanks for tuning in, guys. This is Western New York Gaming, and we'll be right back. Back. And we will be starting soon. Here we go. We got our players getting ready to go. This round, so from our first pod that we started with, we have Brian, who's playing Chromat once again. Our 5-color deck. And we'll go over the commanders once we get around some other ones. We got Adam again with his green-white tokens. Elf tokens, any kind of token he can find. So we got him going. And then from our other pod, we have Eric. He's playing Xenagos. So just exactly what you expect out of a Xenagos deck. Big creatures, lots of mana. And then Jordan in our top left will be playing, I believe it is Grissa and Jareth. So a new commander from the new set. This guy built around blue-black zombies. When he enters the field, you will mill the top 4 of your own library, and then you can cast any zombie creatures from the graveyard into play. So cool to see a new commander out there from the new set. So I think the guys are finishing with their mulligans and we'll be ready to go soon. So
no, I think Brian starts it off this time, right?
Yep, I believe Brian will start it off in the top right because he won last game in our first pod. So we will go with that, and I will finish up looking stats up. And when these guys are ready, we will be all set. So we're going to be starting soon for you guys. So we got, I'm going to look up Xenagos for you guys who don't know. He's a 6/5, 3 colorless, a mountain, and a forest. Obviously indestructible as a god, and not a creature until your devotion from green and red is equal to 7. But what really matters is at the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control has haste and gets +X until end of turn, where X is that creature's power. So you may think Eric's playing a pretty simple deck. Big creatures, aim to just get in there, swing out. But I think he's got a few more tricks up his sleeve than that. But a fun commander, really just making big guys and seeing what you can do.
Yeah, I think he won the last pod, the lower half of the pod, I think he won with like a Comet Storm or something.
Yep, exactly. So ended it off by doing, I believe it was 23 damage to each guy at the end of that. So took out a
We gotta do a real quick swapperoo, because the 2 pod leaders are supposed to be going first.
Oh, okay.
I just gotta swap them over real quick.
Yeah, no problem.
Should not be that bad, hopefully.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, guys. We'll be switching this up, and
Bottom
we'll
left.
be getting on the play as soon as we can.
Bottom left, bottom right. That's what I get for being lazy and trying to just shortcut it. I almost messed it up. Ruined it for everybody. But we got it all set and ready to go. I'm going to work on getting these point totals up for everybody so that everybody can see what the points were. I'm going to work on that right now as they get started and the commentary's ready. Looks like everything is set to go. I got everything fixed. Everything is back in the right place. I will be up at the computer. I'll get it all put it up, and I'll turn you back over to Brandon and Seth. All right, guys, enjoy the final pod.
All right, we're back with our championship pod. So these guys look like they're ready to go.
Looks like our champion of the top pod has a forest.
Prairie stream, some kind of prairie.
No, I think that's a glacial fortress, and
Black-white.
The black-white shockland.
Yep.
A gilded lotus I saw.
So he's looking good with his colors. Pretty good to start. No green, I believe. Or no, he did have the forest. You're right. So
yeah.
But we'll see, and we're ready to go. So just to recap, we have a quick switch around. Eric, who's playing Xenagos, was moved to the bottom right. And there we go. Adam, turn 1, putting out that commander once again. So yeah. Not exactly sure what was played by Brian.
Yeah, the glare makes it hard to read on that top
glare on
right.
that corner is tough, but we will. I'm sure something with a fate counter, and
we got the soul ring.
Eric with the early soul ring will make him take points off.
Usually makes
final.
you a target as well.
Yeah. During the final score, I believe that is
timely reinforcement or raise the bell, raise the alarm.
Raise the alarm. Yep, yeah. For 2 warriors, 2 1/1 warriors. So
wouldn't be surprised if he pings someone for 1. No, he just passes the turn. I would have attacked for 1 commander damage. To be honest,
I mean, at that point, why not? I mean,
no one's gonna attack you,
and your man is tapped out, so you can't do anything with your commander. So we'll see. And sometimes you might think, oh, 1 damage, what'll it do? But in Commander, you never know. 1 damage can be
that's a
ending
pain
the
land.
game for someone.
Looks like, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And Xenagos coming out right away.
Yep.
And we got a counterspell. So, bringing him right back.
Yeah, that's what you get for playing the Soul Ring, I guess.
Yeah, it's a tough play. Tough deal for Eric. Tries to get his commander out early, but we'll see what goes on.
Privileged positions, it looks like. I think that's I think he drew the enchantment that makes all your permanents hexproof.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes, I think that's what it is.
All right.
I think it's 4 mana. It's 2 split,
yeah,
green, white,
half.
and 2 color. It's either 2 or 3 colorless.
Okay.
And it makes all your permanent hexproof.
Right.
So, when you get an Avacyn out there and you have that out there,
indestructible, hexproof.
Makes it really hard for someone to take out your stuff.
We're going to keep going with...
someone got attacked here.
Adam did attack...
Brian.
So, a little retaliation from the last game, the last pod. Adam's not messing around with Brian anymore. Knows the capabilities of his deck and does not want to see it happen again.
To be fair, while we were in our, little break here, Brian did tell me he expected to be targeted by Adam.
Yeah.
So whatever Brian played lets him. It was on a suspend and it lets him search for some land. So
now at the end of our cast, I hopped over and watched the end of the second pod's game. Actually, Jordan was the first to go out, but did get ahead by 1 point. So that is why he's here now. So I did not get a chance to see the capability of his deck, but
that does
black zombies.
That does give a good assumption that he does do a lot of stuff if he got enough points to beat the other 2 people that were in the pod.
That's true. I know he got points for killing planeswalkers. One of our other friends in the other pod was playing a 5-color Super Friends deck. Fun to watch, but he couldn't hang on at the end from Eric.
A Comet Storm for that much mana is hard to stop if you don't have a counter spell up.
Exactly. But we'll see while these guys keep going. So it looks like...
He played an Overgrown Tomb here. He took 2 damage.
He's just missing the blue mana, I believe.
No, he has the Glacial Fortress out.
Right, you're right. And that is the Gilded Lotus.
Yep, so we have the Gilded Lotus out. So he can get up to 8 mana. So, he's getting a little bit ahead.
Yep. So that looks good for Brian over there. Has his colors, has more mana.
Thespian Stage out, so looks like he's going to be copying someone's land here.
And we'll see which one that is.
A little bit faster start to this game than the last pod that we watched here.
Yeah, I feel like, most of the guys know the capabilities of the other people's decks.
Yeah, we got to kind of
diagonal from them.
We got to, with Eric here, probably with like a little bit of an aggressive deck he's got. I mean, he has a lot of mana right now, but hasn't been doing much.
Yep. Did try to cast that Xenagos right away to give whatever he had next haste, but
Brian wanted nothing to do with that.
Which was a great play by Brian to keep
here we
the
go.
mana up.
See what we got.
I believe that is some kind of...
Looks like it has trample.
Yep, I see the trample.
Passing the turn here, so...
That is from... can't exactly make out what the symbol is, but it looks like it's from the Gatewatch. And I guess we'll pass over to
Well, looks like
Adam. Adam will swing.
At Brian again. Looks like Brian is probably going to have to retaliate here
Brian
at some
down
point.
to 14 already. Or,
34.
34. My bad. And Adam did not play a land for turn, so I believe it's Grissa will come in. He will mill the top 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of lands, and
which could be good. He might not need to be drawn though, so that could have been a good savior for the next 3 turns for him.
Exactly. I'm not exactly sure what that card is, but I know that it is a zombie. Could see that text. So remember that with Grissa out, he can cast anything, any zombie creature from...
No, he just played a... Looks like an Aurora on his commander.
Yep.
Not sure what it does. So I you know, Brian was also telling me he's got a lot of his buddies watching, so I'm sure they're all rooting for him and know what he can do and is capable with his commander deck if they all play together.
Not gonna lie, I'm a fan of the 5-color deck, so I'm also on his side, kind of rooting for him. But we'll see. It's tough being the target, so...
Yeah, it looks like Adam with his 2 lands here might be in trouble.
Yeah, so, and he's really the only one that has been targeting
Brian, and
Brian.
that probably stops right about now.
Yeah, I would assume so.
And I'm sure Brian's a little mad. But Brian seems to be the strategic type, so I'm sure he's going to think before he just bashes Adam for nothing. Because Adam's no longer a threat, so I'm sure he's going to, you know, probably attack someone else.
With no lands, only a few creatures.
Yeah, 2/1/1, 3/1/1's not a big deal. 2 planes, like, you don't even have your green mana yet.
It's tough to see, but, I mean, that's what happens.
Oh.
So we're going to attack with our, I believe that's a lizard, towards Adam.
I mean, he's going to take it.
And I believe he is down to 15.
35.
So, taking 5 damage, and we'll see what else Eric can do.
Wrong one. My bad, guys. Sorry about that.
Adam will be at 35. Alright, so
Adam still stuck without the land here. I don't think he drew a land.
oh, I see. Okay, so that creature, whenever it deals damage, gains
Makes
Scion
Eldrazi's.
tokens.
Yeah, so it's an Eldrazi.
Based on the amount of damage it dealt. So, getting those tokens to produce more mana, I believe we might see Xenagos come back out. No.
I'm very unfamiliar with these older cards.
Yeah, I'm also sorry about this, guys, but it looks like he's targeting Chromat.
So he's exiling stuff. It looks no.
So he's taking out a land.
So he probably gets to destroy a
Yeah.
creature or an artifact in the land. Would be my
One
guess.
of each type. That's what I and then that card gets exiled. So he took out an enchantment, an artifact, creature, and a land.
I mean, that could be his graveyard because I don't think he has anything on in his
That's
graveyard.
also true.
So we're not too sure what he's got going on over here.
But really putting the pain on Adam, taking out his land.
Second planes. I mean,
So
but
now-
he did just wipe out Brian's board.
That's
So
true. Brian was the brunt of that force.
I wouldn't be surprised if Eric becomes the new target of hate for this game. It looks to me like Adam might have to. He had a
just discard the
Hornet Queen.
Yep, it's a good card too.
Yep.
But there's no chance he was getting to it.
Nope. Not anytime soon, at least.
Yeah. So we'll see what Jordan's got here. Again, playing those zombies. Maybe we'll see a Grave Titan or eventually. Is that a Hedron?
Yeah, that's an Archive Hedron, I
Yup.
think.
So just more mana. And then
Yeah, what is it? Creates 2 colorless, and then you can pay into it and tap, and you get to draw cards.
I believe sacrifice it too.
I think he just gained some life. I'm not too sure. He has it off the board. I don't know.
I believe it might have just been 1 from the tapped land. So I believe he's at 41, but I'm not positive.
Well, I'm going to go out there and get
Yeah,
down.
if you want to go out there, double check.
I'll get them to move the die in as well,
Bring the
so
die
that we
in.
can see it on the board
We'll
here.
continue over here. And Brian will play an enchantment once again. Alright. So we've got Eric starting his turn up. Really don't know what he's going to do yet. Again, has those Eldrazi tokens to deal or to gain more mana.
Alright.
We're good. So Jordan is at 41 from that tap land.
Adam is also at... my bad, guys. I thought he took damage. He thought it was a 10. So I will fix Jordan's life total here.
And life totals are all set. And Eric is on the play.
Oh, so he did play that hexproof.
Yep.
I'm sure
Played
he's a
the
little
Hexproof
mad
enchantment.
about that. Wish he probably had that a turn earlier. Wouldn't have lost his
But-
Gilded Lotus or his commander.
If it was a turnover or earlier, I mean that would have been a thing that would have been targeted from that spell.
Yeah,
So
because I believe it gives everything else hexproof, not itself.
yeah, I believe you're right with that. So
But that's why when you have an Avacyn out and that,
it's
it's, pretty much nothing of yours is ever getting destroyed. Because, I mean, that makes it indestructible, and then everything else is hexproof, so they can't get rid of the Avacyn to get rid of the enchantment.
exactly.
So, that's a good... One of the reasons why I love to play Bant, because then I get to play that and an Avacyn, then you get all, you get some good blue spells all in there, some green fatties to play.
Now is that 3-color? Is that a 3-color spell? The hexproof?
No,
Or
that
is
is
it just,
it's got like the hybrid mana.
Oh, okay.
It's like from the original Ravnica set.
Okay.
It's a Selesnya card.
Cool. I'll have to look up that one to add to my deck. Alright, so we got the Soul Ring tapped.
We got a Tooth now. Is
Yep.
it, I don't think it's, Entwined. Is that what it's called? What is that, where you get to cast both effects at the same time? Instead of just one or the other?
I believe it's not Entwined.
No, it's I
Um,
mean, I can look it up real quick here.
yeah, if you want to look that up.
I know what it does. It lets you bring a creature to your hand.
Exactly.
And
So that Tooth and Nail coming in. Oh, it is Entwined. You're right.
is it?
Yep. So obviously paying the extra, probably paying the 2 extra.
I would hope so.
Yeah, to search his library for 2 creature cards, and then to put 2 creature cards from his hand to the battlefield.
Yeah.
So, really a powerful card to cast. And the reason he was able to cast that was because of those Eldrazi tokens. Still haven't seen Xenagos yet come back and return, but
I mean, that's a nasty card he's getting. I mean, he can literally get 2 creatures to put in his hand to save for later, and then play 2 creatures out of his hand.
Yep.
Or he could be playing those 2 creature cards from his library right now.
Which,
you know,
I mean, if you can search your library, it's always...
Yeah, and then I mean, he's playing a green-red deck, and they're probably going to be, you know, fat
Beefy.
creatures. Yeah, with probably I would hope would have a, you know, pretty decent effect.
Haste, probably. Or
haste or destroys something.
Plus, the benefit of playing those is that you have to reveal them anyway, so if you put them on...
He's playing an Urabrask and a Blightsteel Colossus.
That is...
10/10 Infect, and then the other one gives all his creatures haste. It's the it's the Phyrexian, like, red lord. I don't know.
I forgot what it...
You know, because there's one for each color.
Yep, exactly. But those...
Shieldred, I think, is the black one. The green one makes it so your mana taps for double, and your opponent's mana taps and then doesn't untap during their next untap step.
Okay.
So I think that's what the green one does. And also we sent in 10 Infect and killed out Brian. Brian is gone from 10 Infect damage.
That is unfortunate to see for those rooting for Brian.
Yep.
Really had a good game the first round, but once again, Commander, 4 players, tough to be the focus.
He's going to block, I think, with one of his... You know, Adam's in a very bad situation here.
Yeah, this game has really turned down to be between Jordan and Eric. And they were both in the same pod.
So we got a mishap. I think Adam has it that he's at 33. I think he's at 32, to be honest with you.
I think he missed a damage.
Yes, I do think so as well. So I'm going to go out there and point that out to them.
All right, we will.
I'll be right back.
Make sure that is intact. Seth will go out there. All right, so as we saw Brian out of the game due to infect damage. Tough to see him go so early, but really his deck was scary, and Eric making a smart play because he knows partially what is in Jordan's deck from watching it last game. So we will see how it goes. Eric also playing an enchantment. I'm unfamiliar with that one as well, but he's good.
Yep.
So we got Adam down to 32.
Oh, he played a sneak attack, huh?
Is that what that was?
That's gone now.
Sneak attack gone. And Adam did get a land, but I mean,
a little too late.
At this point, it's a lot too late.
Blightsteel, that Tooth and Nail was super early. You know, brought out 2 good creatures. Because I think that Urabrask, I believe that's what it's called, makes his opponent's creatures enter the battlefield tapped.
Okay.
And gives all his creatures haste. So that's why the Blightsteel Colossus was able to attack. You know. And take out Brian.
It is Urabrask the Hidden. Creatures you control have haste. Creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped.
Looks like Jordan's bringing out some of the hate.
Jordan did
take some damage, though. Go down to 30.
Taking damage to clear the board up. Smart play for him.
Saving, and he's going to play a Solemn Simulacrum.
Yes.
And a command tower.
And a command tower to pass the turn.
And he gets to search for a land, and then when it dies, he gets to draw a card.
Yep. You see Gray Merchant there at the bottom. fun deck or fun card.
Yeah, that could kill someone if you get out there.
Yeah, if you get the that devotion up. And we'll see while these guys shuffle before Eric starts his turn. So this game has really come down to just Jordan and Eric. Jordan doing a good job with controlling the board the last play.
Yeah, definitely let that happen to take out Brian in his favor.
Yeah. Remember, Jordan...
But you also got to keep in mind that if they forget about Adam, he could sneak back at any point and just put out a bunch of tokens in a turn or two, and then change the game completely.
Yep. It's going to be based on if he can hit land drops, though. So we will see. If he can hit one, either a land drop or a spell to give him more lands, he could be back into this. But we don't know this far, so we'll see what is happening. Alright. Eric will go. Tapping 2, 3. Is that a...
Some sort of worm, I think.
Yeah.
I think he's playing with those Ultra Pro cases that always have a tendency to give more of a glare.
And he's also on the side with
where the light is.
Glare.
Yeah.
It's tough.
So we got a Sun Petal Grove for our
there
buddy Adam down here.
Adam's got another land. I did see the, he's got the bow from Born of the Gods. What do we got? I'm familiar with this flip card as well. And he will pass the turn to Jordan. Jordan will draw. Pay for his commander. Milling the top 4 again. Did not see, I believe there was at least one swamp in there. But if there are any zombies, he can just pay to bring them right back out. So, and he's going to pay 3 mana for a card that allows him to bring back, that is a zombie card, and then he's also playing the Grave Crawler, I believe that is.
Yep.
Which, whether he has the commander out or not, as long as he controls a zombie, he can just pay 1 to bring it right back out. So I believe it's a 1/3 zombie. So a good zombie to have on the board just to keep that zombie name up, allowing him to allow more combos to happen. So Jordan bringing back a good board state at this point.
Let's see what our buddy Eric's up to over here. He's attacking.
Eric's going to...
Yeah, he's just going to kill Adam. He doesn't want to see Adam out anymore.
Yep. And I believe that creature does have trample.
And I think it's an 8/8, I want to say. But we'll see here in a minute when it goes down. Yeah, we'll see
exactly what it is. Looking for the 4/24.
Yeah. So...
And... what do we got here by Eric? Nice enchantment. Not exactly sure what that is. Again, these older cards used in Commander a lot, but not always seen and tough to read from the play.
Still not done with his turn though, so
here we go.
That's a dragon.
Is that a
I think it's from the Ravnica.
Is that the Hellkite? Or
yeah, maybe that is a Hellkite. I think it is the Hellkite dragon, or some along those lines.
I will look that up. I believe is that the Tyrant?
No.
I know it is a Hellkite, but I'm not exactly sure which one.
I think I returned it. I think it's from Gate Crash.
It's a Gate Crash.
I think so. No.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. The Hellkite Charger. Flying Haste. When Hellkite Charger attacks, you may pay 5 and 2 mountains, 2 red. If you do, untap all attacking creatures and enter another attack step.
Which could be really good for him, except Jordan is getting out a pretty good board state here. I think he needs to start worrying about it.
Yeah, and I feel like that is what zombies do. They just get as many things out, make a big board presence.
And he's attacking with Solemn Simulacrum and the Gravecrawler. He blocks the Simulacrum, he draws a card.
Yep.
If the, Gravecrawler dies, he just brings it right back. So it's not a big deal to him. But looks like Eric took 4 damage here.
And then again, really, with the zombies deck, doesn't matter if it's in the graveyard, he can just cast it right back as long as it's a zombie. We are looking at
Eric's
graveyard here.
Blightsteel Colossus, I think, is that exiled or is that still in there?
No, I believe it's still there.
But, I mean, Urabrask would be great for Jordan as well.
Yeah.
So...
And we'll see what Jordan does here. What's he got? He's got an island.
A nice foil one.
Yep.
And he's
tapping for 4 to bring out that zombie that he milled earlier. Not exactly sure on the wording of it or what it does, but I will try to look that one up for you guys. Believe when it enters the battlefield, he sacks a creature, but he's just going to play the Gravecaller again. So Gravecaller enters the creature on towards the middle, will gain another counter, and he will pass it off to Eric. Now Eric with the flyer and with the worm with trample. We'll see what he's got to play this round.
Now, does he just take Adam out, or does he go for after Jordan is the question.
In this state, I would probably go after Jordan, try to clear up some of that.
Yeah, but those zombies can be tricky. And he does have 4 mana open, and he is playing black, so that could be a kill spell in there for all we know.
And he also has 4 mana open, could be a counter spell too.
Yeah.
So, if anything big does try to come out, like a Xenagos, tries to bring out Xenagos again, it could be countered. We don't know. But we'll see what's in store for Eric. Do see that Adam does have an Ajani. Doesn't look like it's going to do anything anytime soon. But if he gets one more land, he might be able to play it.
Yeah, this game is probably too late for Adam here.
Yeah.
I mean, if they forget about him, he could come back, but they obviously haven't forgot about him.
Exactly. They're still poking at him a little bit here and there. So, we'll see what's going on. Don't know what the holdup is for. Maybe Eric's still deciding what to do, but not even sure if Eric is there. He's, I believe he is talking to our judge. Alright, and here we go. He is going to cast Xenagos, as I thought earlier. Remember, giving creature haste and +X/+X.
He does have devotion, so
He
it is
does.
active, but it does have summon and sickness.
It's true. Well, I'm not sure if you can target itself. I believe it's another creature.
Yes, but he did. I think he targeted the dragon with it.
Yeah, which is why it's giving it. Remember, +X/+X based on its power and toughness. So.
Looks
Adam
like
will-
Jordan just took 20.
And Adam will be taking some as well. I believe Adam will be down to 10 life? No, yes, 10 life. So, both our players at 10. Eric running away
if
with
Eric
this
had
game.
the 5 mana, the 7, was it 7 or 5?
Yep.
He could have untapped and attacked and won the game right here and that. So they need to, they need to do something about him right now.
And I don't think Adam has anything he can play at this point.
He's got a skull clamp, and that does him no good.
Exactly.
The bow of, Nissa.
Or it's...
Not Nissa.
The god.
Yeah, the green god. Can't think of her name. But that does him no good, too. I mean, it gives this creature death touch, but, whatever trample kills him.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We will
Pretty much done out of this game. No good. He's going to tap and play something. And I think he's going to play...
Got just a insect of some sort. I'm not exactly sure.
Some sort of enchantment, I think. And then he's playing a skull clamp.
Yep. So, Adam just putting out what he can.
And let's see what Jordan's got up his sleeve to get him out of this mess.
All up to this turn. If we can see a any kind of spell to blow up the board, Crux of Fate, something like that, that would help him out, but we'll see what he's got. Because this turn will dictate what the end of the game looks like. Because if there is nothing, Eric does have lethal. Alright, we've got some mana going. He's got 9 mana. He's tapping 2.
He's drawing a card.
So he's looking for something.
He's drawing 3, I think.
Draw 2.
2?
Yep, sacrifice, draw 2. He's counting all his mana. He's got 5. Could that be... That's a Sidisi in hand. That's not going to help him.
He's just dead to the flying dragon next turn.
Yep. And
he's going to pay the mana to attack twice.
And all Eric has to do is play one more guy.
Yep. And
either with haste.
Honestly, to be honest, I think he has enough to kill Jordan with the dragon and the worm to kill Adam just by attacking twice.
Yeah.
Because Xenagos can, not really a big deal, but I think it's, the worm and the dragon's enough to do it.
He has 7 mana, so he could just attack.
Yep, attack twice.
2 attack steps.
16 damage at Adam,
yep.
10 in the air at Jordan. But let's see what Jordan does here.
I believe this is the Sidisi. Double check the text on that. I believe just comes in and you mill some more.
We're searching for something. Who knows? Eric might not see that play and could not see the win.
That's true.
Or he could draw something else that could change. Who knows? Commander is a world of possibilities.
I believe that is the undead Vizier. Does have death touch, but that's not going to help with the flyer. When you exploit a creature, you may search your library for a card, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. So, if he has any sort of response for 2 mana,
maybe kill a mono-color creature.
yeah,
maybe.
Yeah,
he's going in for some.
Yeah, he's just gonna try to get a kill on Adam. I believe it's all going to Adam. Kind of cashing in the cards.
I think he's trying to cash in on the points of killing Adam.
Yeah. try to get a higher point on our draft later.
Yeah, try to get maybe second place in the draft.
Yeah,
kills Adam out of the game.
They'll be drafting the new From the Vault
lore.
So,
you know, with that awesome Dark Depths and that awesome the Jitty and, you know.
Exactly. It's
like, Mind's Desire, that's beautiful.
Yep. It is a good group of cards to see, and although Jordan will not get
and whoever
the name,
wins this also gets their name on the trophy for the store as well.
So I don't think Jordan will get the name on the trophy, and I think that'll go to Eric.
If Eric wins here.
Yeah, which
I
odds
believe
are likely.
Yeah, I think Adam, Jordan just wanted to get the points, I believe.
Yep. And at that point, a wise decision. I think we'll see a scoop of the hand.
Yep.
And there.
Oh.
What does he got? There's the hand.
Yep, so the winner is Eric Elniski or something. Yep. I can't really pronounce his last name, but Eric wins.
So Eric.
But Eric did lose points on the Soul Ring.
Yes.
Early play Soul Ring. I don't know if that really matters if he just wins, if he gets the draft first.
At this point, the first person will take first in our draft. And then I believe the rest is up to points. So it'll go by our top pod. And then our lower pod is also, our loser's bracket is playing again 4 spots in our draft. And that again is for the new lore from the vault. So I believe our guys will scoop up their cards. A good match tonight for both pods, first pod and this championship match. Once again, going to Eric. This is Brandon and
this is Seth.
And once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And this is Western New York Gaming. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.